What if money, something we chase every day, measure our worth by, and build entire systems around, was never meant to be loved at all? What if one of the greatest minds in history warned that the moment wealth becomes an end instead of a means, societies begin to rot from the inside? Here's the mystery. In an age of gold coins, bustling markets, and rising empires, one scholar stepped forward and claimed that money, if misunderstood, could destroy both the soul and civilization. His name was Imam Al-Ghazali, and his ideas about wealth and ethics feel disturbingly relevant today. So why did a man who lived nearly 1,000 years ago understand dangers that modern economists still debate? And why do his warnings sound like they were written for our time? To answer that, we have to go back to a world where money was transforming everything, and not always for the better. Welcome to its financial history too. The 11th century was not a quiet or simple time. The Islamic world was one of the most advanced civilizations on earth. Trade routes stretched from China to Europe. Gold dinars and silver dirhams flowed through markets. Banking instruments, credit systems, and commercial partnerships were already sophisticated. Cities like Baghdad, Nishaper, and Damascus buzzed with economic life. Merchants gained power. Scholars debated law, theology, and philosophy. Wealth was no longer just survival, it was status. And right in the middle of this transformation lived Abu Hamid Al-Ghazali, a brilliant jurist, theologian, philosopher, and spiritual thinker. He was not poor, uneducated, or disconnected from the world. He was deeply embedded in elite institutions and understood power firsthand. But here's the twist. Al-Ghazali walked away from fame, wealth, and influence because he believed something had gone terribly wrong, not just with individuals, but with how society understood money itself. To understand why, we must follow the story step by step. Al-Ghazali begins his thinking with a simple but profound question. Why does money exist at all? In his works, especially Ihya Ulum al-Din, he explains that money was never meant to be valuable in itself. It was created as a tool, a neutral medium to solve a problem. Barter had limits. You might have wheat, but need shoes. The shoemaker might not want wheat. Money solved this mismatch. It became a measure of value and a means of exchange. According to Al-Ghazali, money was like a mirror. It reflected value but had no value of its own. Gold and silver were chosen not because they should be hoarded, but because they were stable and widely accepted. At this stage, everything worked. Money served people.